One of the things I see a lot of people doing is, we'll call them interim retirements, where they downsize their job requirements. They might do job sharing or cut their hours, and basically, they obviously you're going to have to get the buy-in from your manager or your company itself. But this is becoming a lot more common and a good solution for a lot of people. They still want to work, but they don't want to work as many hours, or maybe they don't want to travel anymore, so they cut that part out or delegate some of their tasks. Now, it might mean that you're going to have to take a pay reduction, but that might be okay, because if you can continue working longer and hopefully keep your health benefits, that could be a win-win for you and the company. You might say, well, I couldn't downsize my job or take a lower level position, but you gotta don't let your ego get in the way. I'm not talking about moving from senior management to the mailroom. It's sort of like just downsizing the stress level of your job and the requirements and responsibilities. If that's a problem for you, just keep doing what you're doing, but you don't want to burn yourself out. You want to work as long as you're able to, and you're enjoying it in a healthy, we'll say comfortable way. So if you can make some adjustments, talk to your manager. We'll look at some data and some current information about what companies are doing in this regard, but it's definitely something to consider. I just wanted to spin through this document, which is really designed for corporations, but it gives them tips and suggestions on retaining skilled workers, particularly people over 50. And this is a big push in the world of employment. And I just want you to be aware that you're probably going to have more leverage in asking for accommodations and flexible work options than you probably think. Maybe this is done more by more progressive companies, but I think all companies are starting to wake up to this. I'm not going to go into specific examples. You can kind of eyeball some of these things as I'm flipping through, but the way the employment situation is, hanging on to skilled workers with industry experience and company knowledge is key. It's really difficult and very expensive to train someone from scratch and get them up to speed. So, you might want to be able, or you might want to, again, explore flexible work options or downsize your job. And your company might be more receptive to that. You see job sharing, telecommuting, consulting. We talked about that separately. Even sabbaticals. These are things probably 20 years ago a company would never even consider. But there is opportunity out there. And, this was published not a few years back, but I think probably even more pressing now. They talk about healthcare benefits, how that's a big issue for a lot of people, that particularly if you're not 65 but you want to retire, what are you going to do for health benefits? So, they're aware of that and might make some accommodations for you. So I'm just going to whip through all that.